Daddy, would you like some toasted? Daddy, would you like some toasted? Oh, wait. You know what? If you want to review A Freddy Got Fingered, we've already seen that movie, and she tried to brainwash it out of her mind. So just watch Cinematic Excrement's review next month of it. So anyway, let's talk about the Jason Lee, Tom Green 2002 movie, Stealing Harvard.
I did get a few laughs.
Let me get my 2 jokes out of the way that I thought about this movie. Number 1, it's from the director of Molly Shannon's Superstar. And I think the director went downhill with this movie.
Maybe. I don't think I saw Superstar.
You didn't see that Molly Shannon movie where she was?
I don't think so.
Where she was Mary Catherine Gallagher.
I don't think so.
And the second joke is that Tom Green's character is named Duff. And I agree with that because he is the designated ugly friend. Those are my jokes. Let's get this review over with. But first, I thought, when I heard the movie was called Stealing Harvard, I was thinking it was Jason Lee and Tom Green as like 2 slackers that after they decided to get back at a principal years later by robbing Harvard, which was the college that they weren't allowed into or they graduated from, something like that. I was thinking that was going to be the plot. Doesn't seem entirely implausible compared to what we got, so do you want to talk about it?
What?
The plot?
Okay, so...
With Leslie Mann in a pre-Judd Apatow directorial movie, and...
She was the girlfriend, and they were trying to save money. Please don't do that. They were trying to save money before they got engaged, so she wouldn't have to borrow any money from her father.
Dennis Farina. Yes, rest in peace.
Because her parents used to fight over money, not having enough money when they first got married and stuff like that. Yes, that's.
I thought they were just trying to save $30,000 so that way they could buy a house and get married.
Yeah, she wanted money and not borrow it from him.
Okay, sorry.
Because her parents, when they first got married and had her, they didn't have much money.
Okay, continue.
But now I guess he owns a business. What was it?
No, he doesn't own a business. He works at one called...
Her father.
Oh, Homespital.
Homespital.
Oh, maybe that's why Cinema Snob said that in the Death Nurse reviews.
Maybe.
And I don't even know how this company would stay in business. It's any hospital medical equipment you would need in your home.
Yeah, wheelchairs, beds. They had artificial limbs in the father's office, remember?
Wouldn't they sell those to the hospital directly? This is what, what's that girl's name? Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn needed in Death Becomes Her.
Oh, maybe.
They needed to go to this company.
Oh, maybe.
Instead of falling all over themselves.
Yep. That could work, I guess. Anyway.
Call back.
Rewind.
Whatever.
So, anyway, he goes over to see his sister and his
Megan Mullally, who's just white trash.
Trailer trash, yeah.
She looked healthy. Healthier than Karen Grace.
So anyway, he finds out from his niece and sister.
Yeah, due to a video.
Well, he had to watch old home movies.
Including her pushing and carrying meat.
Yeah, she worked in a meat house. But then, when she was younger...
And couldn't spell the word TARP.
T-A-R-P. She was at a spelling bee.
Really?
And her uncle says,
I will pay for your college.
you are smart. You're gonna do well in school.
And gosh darn it, people like you.
So
you
now,
know, I haven't seen that movie.
So now, guess what? They want him to pay up. She needed a small chunk. She was getting like scholarships and all of this.
And she was working at a job, so she needed like $29,875 or something.
Just a small chunk. Big chunk, but just a small chunk. And I don't know if that was going to be yearly or for the 4 years. Ooh. And they needed it by a certain, next week?
2 weeks or something, I don't know.
On a Tuesday or whatever. So that's where this comes into play. He goes to see...
You forgot about something.
He goes to see his aunt, his uncle.
No, he calls his aunt and his uncle.
Yep, and they say, no! Then he calls grandma.
Yeah, what did his grandma say? Who do you think I am?
Alexander... something Bleeping. Trump.
Topical.
And I'm like, did you just say Alexander Trump? That must be his dad or something.
No, his dad was Fred Trump.
Yeah, I don't know who Alexander Trump is. So but she hung up on him too.
You're forgetting about a character.
Who?
The dad.
We've been talking about the dad.
No, but you made it seem like his dad was barely in the movie. His dad owns the company that Jason Lee works at.
Her dad?
Yeah. That's why I said the dad.
We already brought him up.
But he's more in this movie than you made it out to be. To me, this is kind of like a version of Meet the Parents in a way.
Backwards.
Meet the Parents mixed with
yes.
The Boss, that Melissa McCarthy movie.
Father of the Bride or something. You know, she has the nervous
No, he
was
way more like Dennis Farina was way more like Robert De Niro than Steve Martin.
Yeah.
And then we meet Tom Green, who you forgot who Tom Green was.
Stuff.
No, you forgot who Tom Green was. I said,
please don't.
I said,
don't even go there.
I'm not going to bring his other movie up.
Thank you.
But there was a part towards the end of the movie where should we spoil the entire thing? I don't even know.
No.
Are we even going to have enough to spoil We might as well. If we spoiled the entire thing, I don't think this review would clock in at 18 minutes.
But why go to the end?
'Cause why not?
Because there's so much that happens in the beginning. Or in the middle.
Technically, we've already done like the first half hour, but towards the end, I was,
why don't you give a hint as why they call it Stealing Harvard?
Because Jason Lee needs to steal $30,000.
No, he needs $30,000. He doesn't need to steal it. He doesn't want to steal it, and Duff keeps getting him involved in acts of stealing. The liquor store, or no, was it the judge first?
Yes.
Okay. So
with the
Duff is a landscaper.
Worst lookout in world history. Coaster Kitty would make a better lookout.
Maybe.
Her younger stepsister would make a better lookout.
Okay.
You haven't seen her because she's very timid. I can say that, right?
I guess. I don't know.
So anyway, we're not going to say what happens, but it happens, and it happens again.
Well, a whole book full.
Don't reveal any more. Coaster Kitty, do you want to... Or Movie Cat, do you want to talk a little bit?
Come here, honey.
Come on, talk.
But you don't want me to reveal anything.
I don't care. I said we could reveal the entire movie.
Okay. So anyway, Duff is a gardener, and he says, this guy's house, he lives in this neighborhood and all this, and he's never home on Sunday night, and I left the window open, and he leaves the safe open and everything. So then what happens is they go there. They get in, or,
No, skip. Just say something happens and then the father sees him.
Something happens, and then he's running to his car, and his girlfriend's father, his boss, sees him.
Mm-hmm.
So then he confronts him.
But he made up a lie about that he was looking at a house, which, hey, no judgment if you like that house, but I'd prefer a different color, personally.
Yeah. But there was another house that same color, too.
Yeah. So then the next time that they try to do it is they try to rob a liquor store.
And the owner was in on it, but he was going to be in Vegas or Tahoe or Reno. And he's like, yeah, you go in, and I've got this kid working behind the desk, and oh my God, he's gonna...
He weighs like 8 pounds.
So you shouldn't have any problems at all. I keep the money under the cupboard, and all you have to do is just tell him to give you the money, and he'll give you the money, and then you run up here to me, and I'll take the money, and you get your money or whatever.
So basically, it doesn't work out.
No. The kid has a shotgun.
But, however, there is...
You find out more...
However, hold on.
Wait. You find out more about what the kid actually did after he shot the light in the sign.
Spoiler.
He took chocolate milk or something?
Spoiler!
And magazines?
Yeah. However, there is a good part about that scene.
Oh, and the tapes.
No. There's a good part about that scene. Do you know what the good part is?
Oh, the toothbrush?
The cop. We're introduced to the cop. Yay!
Oh, my God.
John C. McGinley, bald, looking intimidating, but being hilarious and awesome. I want a movie just of that cop going around, like, with weird criminals and burglars. Don't you? I wanted more of him in the movie. Him, 10 more minutes, and, 10 minutes less of Tom Green. I'm sorry, people, this really makes me not a Tom Green fan, and I think he did another live-action movie that was worse.
Okay, let's just focus.
So, then they go to Lorch?
No, Dutch.
No, I thought it started with an L.
Local or...
Lorch?
Lorch or something, yeah, close.
Let's just say Lorch.
No, Lorch, I think it was. Anyway.
Lorch.
Okay, Lorch.
So they go to him, who's like...
They went to high school with him.
Think Jonah Hill if he was playing a bad guy. That's who he looked like to me.
Maybe.
And he was like, yeah, I'll get you the money. And then we find out...
do this for me.
We find out how he gets the money, and Jason Lee pretty much just beats him with a billy club, right?
Well, it was a steering wheel lock.
Aren't those called billy clubs?
Oh, it locks onto your steering wheel. It's those red things. Yeah. So nobody can steal your car.
You might want to be more like this, like...
Okay. So nobody can steal your car. So he hit them with it. Now, they had guns that they were pointing at him. I thought possibly the money was in the car from the bank robbery. But it wasn't. So I don't know who had the money.
It amazed me. Well, they probably still had the money. It amazed me that they didn't hear that.
The guys behind him?
Yeah.
Well, they were trying to be quiet.
Anyway, what else? Okay, this is when Jason Lee is like, you know what? It's at the hour mark. I'm tired of lying. I'm going to tell you everything that happened.
So then his girlfriend...
And things kind of work out for him.
Yeah. Well, then she says, oh, my daddy keeps money in his
No, he was like... No, she was like, you beat him? Yeah? You are so hot right now. And, there's no more tears.
Yeah.
So then she decides to... I honestly don't know why they brought Duff back.
Because they needed a third person.
And I don't know why.
Well, maybe he was going to be the lookout again.
Oh, yeah, we better bring him back.
The lookout that takes off.
Jason Lee and Leslie Mann, those two together, doing the crime, I think that would have been a lot better. But, of course, the dad, Dennis Farina, finds out. But then, yay! John C. McGinley finds out, too! However,
he's just following him.
There's not enough of him now. I don't know. Stuff happens, but it's Tom Green. It's a 2000s comedy, so we haven't mentioned Dennis Farina's dog.
Oh.
Guess who makes a huge
impression?
I was gonna say he's only in like a little bit of the movie, but then
Roxy,
whatever.
Roscoe, R-O-S-C-U-E or something.
Rescue?
No, R-O-S, Roscoe, whatever.
Let's just call him what's something topical? Let's call him Dave Chappelle. So anyway, the dog Dave Chappelle, I don't know. He goes
nuts for Duff.
That is a good way to put it. And then there's a crime. And then Jason Lee is about to go to jail, but it's reunited and it feels so good.
He's in court.
I said he was reunited and it feels so good.
But you didn't say where it was. He was in court.
They'll find out.
Who was there on the bench?
The judge. I thought I said that.
No, you didn't.
Okay, whatever. Anyway.
You said he goes to jail.
Anyway, that's pretty much the movie.
He does resort to one of the ideas Duff had.
What idea?
About trying to get the $30,000.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
So I guess you're going to have to watch the end to find that out.
Okay. A majority of the cast is good, except unfortunately, some of the people that can be funny and are pretty funny in this movie, like John C. McGinley. I would even say some of Leslie Mann is pretty funny. Let me start over. John C. McGinley, Leslie Mann, Megan Mullaley's character. They could have played her up a little more. Those characters are fine, but Tom Green is like he slows any progress this movie has. He just halts it.
He's annoying.
There was even one part where I said, okay, this is the director. This is the director saying, hey, Tom Green, yell and throw things.
Okay.
However, if you stay till after the credits, there's a small blooper reel. Usually blooper reels are funny, jeez. This was like, oh, God, let this end.
Okay, why don't we end? Yeah, woohoo!
You thought Tommy Wiseau saying, I did not hit her. It's not true. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. You thought that took a lot of takes? Nope. Tom Green saying one line took apparently like 10 takes because he kept forgetting his darn line.
He was trying to make fun. Ad-lib.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so what is your opinion?
It's better than Freddy Got Fingered. It's a little better than The Last Flight of Noah's Ark. And I have a feeling it'll be better than our next movie where I get to see what's in here.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe.